you're out here in this balmy Michigan summer weather, Joe Biden is hosting a swanky party for the world's elite tonight at the White House. Our adversaries in Moscow, in Beijing, in Tehran, and Pyongyang are emboldened by a weakened United States because they see every misstep this administration has taken in Afghanistan and Eastern Europe and elsewhere. They see rising prices at the pump and at the grocery store, because leftist policies stressed our supply chains. They see leftist politicians too tied up in woke politics and culture wars to lead. They see liberals spending more time fighting for control over the American people than they do fighting for the American people. But on December 6th, you're in the position to turn it all around. You know, I'm spent the past couple of weeks, of course, with Thanksgiving and learning the ropes in D.C. and listening to folks in my district and their concerns. And when I told people that I was coming down to Georgia, they said two things. One, Herschel's got to win. And two, why are you going down to Georgia? And I said, he said, aren't you just preaching to the choir? And I said, yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to preach to the choir. You know why it's important to preach to the choir? You preach to the choir so they remember why they sing. This is why it's so important to be down here, because your vote on December 6th is not just important to Cherokee County. Your vote is not just important to Georgia. Your vote is important to Michigan. Your vote is important to the world. And so we need to preach to the choir, not just here at this rally, but people out in the street need to hear your voice. People who haven't heard the good news need to hear your voice. In cities and campuses all over the place need to hear your voice. And the reason why we're in this state as a country is not because of Democrats. It's because of Republicans who've forgotten the mission. It's because of Republicans who've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten that we're the bold party. The Republican Party is the party of emancipation. The Republican Party is the party of women's suffrage. The Republican Party is the party of the civil rights movement. The Republican Party is the party of the criminal justice reform. Right now we have a president who's the party of locking folks up. Super predators. But people forgot about that, didn't they? But see, for a generation that pines for fairness and equality, we need to show them. We need to get out there and we need to prove that we love everyone and judge no one. We need to prove that if you're a Christian and call yourself a Christian, you need to start acting more like Christ. When you need to prove for a generation that values speed, show them how government can be smaller, adapt more quickly, driven from the bottom up, closer to families and individuals, and be more permissive and don't interfere. We need to show them a generation that worships startups and individualism and free enterprise, that we can make life better for them. See, this is very important. We are on the doorstep of an America with a 50-50 Senate and Kamala Harris breaking the tie. It's a very different America than 451-49. You can change that. You can fix that. You have the power. But if you just keep the gospel lowercase g here at this rally, then we have failed. Not just here, but in future generations. Right now, Herschel Walker, a man who stood up and fought his entire life, who's fought stigma. This man who's fought and willing to go in the front lines of ideological battles to hold our country has been on offense for his entire life. Now we need you to help him on defense, a goal line stand for American values and the American dream. We need you to send Herschel Walker to Washington for Woodstock, for Georgia, for Michigan, and for the United States of America. God bless you. And run, Herschel, run. Now it is my distinct pleasure to welcome your congressman and my future colleague, Congressman Loudermilk.